All right. We are talking about dividing rational expressions. So dividing fractions, you've done this before, right? The concept about dividing fractions. So for example, if I had 1/2 divided by 3/2, what do you do? Right? What you would do is copy, change, and flip, which we also know as reciprocal. Right? Where reciprocal means flipping the fraction, okay? So what we will have is we'll have 1/2. We'll change the division to multiplication, and then we would flip the second fraction. So what we would have here is a 1 times 2 over 2 times 3. And what do we have in common? We have 2's in common. What do we have left? The 1 and the 3. So therefore my answer is, not that equal sign, would equal to 1/3. Because the 2 is common, so they cancel out. I'm left with the 1 on the top and the 3 on the bottom. So there is my answer, right? So we know how to divide fractions. Only difference is we get to have factoring involved. Yay! So let's talk about the steps here. So step 1 for dividing rational expression is to factor top and bottom. So factor the numerator and the denominator. Step 2, copy, change, flip, which we also know as reciprocal, right? And then step 3, simplify. Okay? So not a huge difference from simplifying rational expressions. Not much different than multiplying rational expressions. The only difference is that we have that second step in there of the copy, change, flip so that we can make it a multiplication problem, and that's it. Okay? So let's do a couple problems here and then we move along. All right? So here we go. So what kind of problems you're going to see in here? We're going to see example. Y squared minus 25 over y divided by y plus 5. That's not what I want. I want that. Over y minus 5. Okay? So typically I like to put parentheses around these anyways. All right? So that this way we don't go inside someone's house to steal anything. So I usually like to do that. All right. So the other thing I was tending to do was that I would take that and didn't lasso what I wanted. Let's do this. There. Still did the same thing. There we go. That's better. So that was red. We made this blue. We made this orange, and then we made that purple. Okay? All right. So what do we need to do? Y squared minus 25. Can we factor that? Is there a GCF? No. How many terms is it? 2 terms. So what do we have to do with 2 terms? Ask ourselves, is it the difference of 2 perfect squares? Is it the difference? Subtraction. Yes, it is subtraction. Is y squared a perfect square? Yes, because it's y times y. Is 25 a perfect square? Yes, It is 5 times 5. So that is the difference of two perfect squares. So this is going to be a y minus 5 and a y plus 5. Okay? And the question you might ask is, does it matter if we wrote it as y plus 5 and then y minus 5? And the answer is no, because 2 times 3 is the same as 3 times 2. Okay? It doesn't matter which one I use first, it's still going to come out to be 6. Okay? All right, so what's going to happen on the bottom? Well, that's not factorable. That's just plain old y. How about up here with the y plus 5? Well, that we don't need to. And how about the bottom? Well, we don't need to. Wow, we got lucky there, huh? All right, so let's draw some lines here. Line there. And a line here. And call this division. Okay, so now that we got everything factored, the next step, the step 2 was to copy, change, flip. Okie dokie. So here we go. Y minus 5, y plus 5 over y change flip. Y minus 5 over y plus 5. All right. So let's go ahead and draw some lines in here. All right, so there we go. All right, so we copy, change, flipped. Then we multiply, which means I have on top I have trying to think how I should do this. We got plenty of space. So the top I'm going to have a y minus 5, y plus 5, and a y minus 5. All over a y times a y plus 5. Okay? So we simplify. We have to ask ourselves, what is the same? Is there y minus 5 on the bottom? No. Is there y plus 5 on the bottom? Yes. Is there another y minus 5 on the bottom? No. Okay, so I'm done. So what do I have left over? We got quite a bit, right? Doomp, doomp, and doomp. All right. So when I write this, here's what I want to do. I don't want to write it as y minus 5 times y minus 5. Okay. We're actually going to, since these two are the same, we're going to write it down as y minus 5 squared over y. And that would be my answer. Okie dokie. All right, let's do one more example. Like, what else are we gonna see here? Oh boy. Do I want to be nice or do I not want to be nice? How do I want to do this? Because I can be nice and not so nice. I'll be nice. Okay, so this time we're going to use s's. So s squared plus 6s. Why don't I just write these right from the get-go that way, right? And then we're going to have s squared plus 4s minus 12. And then we have s, and then the bottom is going to be a s plus 2. Okie doke. Okay, there we go. All right, so let's take a look. The red. Do I have a GCF? Yes. Okay. This s is done. S plus 2 is done. However, I want to bring this out here with the blue. S squared plus 4s plus 12, minus 12. A times C is equal to negative 12. B is equal to 4. So my two numbers, negative 6 and no. Let's try negative 2 and 6. There we go. Because negative 2 times 6 is negative 12. Negative 2 plus 6 is positive 4. All right, so now I have s squared minus 2s plus 6s minus 12. Split them. GCF on the left is s, leaving me at s minus 2. On the right is 6, leaving me at s minus 2. So I have a s minus 2 with a s plus 6. Okay, so now I can put this over here. S minus 2 and a s plus 6. Wow, that looks... Okay. Whoa. I'm dividing. So now I got copy, change, flip. So I copied the first. How did that work? I copied the first. I changed division to multiplication, undo. And then I flipped the second fraction. Okay. All right, so what is this going to be? I got the s with the x plus 6. And then the s plus 2 over the s minus 2 times s plus 6. Actually, I said to you guys before, I always want to move that s, that standalone s, to be on the front. So I'm going to do that. Okay. So what do I have in common? The s's are in common. Is it s plus 6? Yes, there is. Is it s plus 2? Nope. So that means I have a s plus 2 over an s minus 2. And that would be my answer. Okay? So hopefully that helps you. Yes, we're bringing factoring back. So you're going to have to review that. And this is going to give you a lot more practice, because instead of just factoring once for each problem, you have up to an opportunity of factoring 4 times in each problem. Okay? Because the top and bottom on the first fraction, top and bottom of the second fraction. So hopefully that helped you. If you have any questions, you know how to get a hold of me.